Jacob's Wife is a 2021 American horror thriller film written and directed by Travis Stevens. He also played a part of screenplay as well as Kathy Charles and Mark Stensland. Anne, married to a small town minister, feels her life has been shrinking over the past 30 years, encountering vampiric abilities that brings her a new sense of power and an appetite to live bolder. However, the change comes with a heavy body count. This movie was indeed interesting. Now, for people who want to watch a vampire film and y'all looking at this review, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I got caught now. But anyway, focus. If anybody that's watching this review and y'all trying to watch a good vampire movie, I'm have to warn you guys right now that this is a vampire movie, but it's more into the drama. It has thriller, it has horror, but it's very little. It focuses more on the aspects of how it would feel like. And I don't mind the director doing this because I thought this is actually unique. What would happen if a person is a vampire and they're married to a Christian or a minister? I thought that was a very well known idea. That's the reason why the Twilight movies have mixed reviews, because it's a vampire movie mixed with werewolves, but at the same time, it doesn't really have that much action because it's more into a dramatic aspect of romance. Jacob's Wife, I'm not trying to say it's like that, but it can relate to pulling fans away of expecting action. And if you come in knowing that, you're going to like this film. I'm saying that to say this. I came in expecting it to be a lot of gore, a lot of blood, a lot of violence, a lot of terror and destruction. And I was disappointed. The reason I'm saying that is because they showed all that in the trailer. A lot of movies, that's basically the movies that's in Shudder. This was by Shudder, actually. Show this. They show a lot of the juicy. I keep doing this. I keep messing up. But anyway, I'm starting strong. They do strong when it comes to showing all the juicy stuff into the film. But then at the same time, they mess up when it comes to us being on the edge of our seat, when it comes to us trying to be pulled in. We don't get pulled in if you already showed us this in the trailer. So we have to just deal with what's given to us on the screen without you guys spoiling it for us. All I'm saying is this: Shudder or any other company or producers or anybody that plays a part of showing trailers like this, you need to do better when it comes to showing these type of things and elements on these films, especially if they don't show that much. And they didn't show that much on Jacob's Wife. The shit that they showed in Jacob's Wife is what y'all showed in the trailer. That is criminal. Okay? Now I got that out of the way. Let me focus on what the film does right, and it is the character development and the dialogue. I loved Crampton, who plays Anne Fedder, Jacob's wife, basically. This movie is all about her. It shows her frustration. It shows her counterbalance of how she deals with her husband. Now, she's married with her husband, and she's been with her husband for the past 30 years. And it shows you how she lives with it. The husband, he loves his life. He loves the stuff that he's doing. But at the same time, you see that Anne, she smiles, she giggles, she laughs and stuff, but you can tell, and this is by me being a mental therapist, I can tell when people are smiling, but deep down they have depression hiding in the sheets of their emotions. And Barbara did a great job. She has done a great job trying to hide her emotions from her husband to try not to make it seem like there's something wrong with the way how she's living. She feels as if this is marriage. This is how things are supposed to be. Even if I'm not happy, I love my husband, and no matter what he does, I'm there for him. But it was not helping the fact that she was miserable. She was living her life as a lie. So when she get bit by a vampire, that's when things begins to shift. She begins to how to say this without spoiling it. Well, I'm gonna cut it brief. Well, she begins to do the opposite of what the husband wants her to do. She begins to wear things that her husband doesn't want her to wear. He begins to take him out places that he was like, wait, why are we going here? Why are we going to this place? She doesn't care anymore. And there's even scenes where she even fucking masturbates in front of the fucking window. Like, she does so much things that takes away from Christianity. And for him being a prime minister, she's basically saying, fuck what you're doing. I'm going to do my own thing, even we are a married couple. So she's in the counterbalance of knowing what is right from wrong. But at the same time, it's consuming her because she has to realize that this is making her unhuman. This is making her not just care for her husband, but not value her own needs as well. She knows deep down this is not right, even if this is what she wants. So this is where her husband, Jacob, that's played by Larry Fessenden. Sorry if I have to cut that off. I had to get his name right. Larry Fessenden. That last name is a mouthful. But anyway, I gotta get these names right. For a minister, he did good. I thought that his acting was very good, very well warranted. But at the same time, it didn't really gravitate for me to care about him. The movie, to be fair, all he cared about was the wife. All he cared about was just her all I care about was her trying to get to the gravitational pull of restraining her vampiristic abilities and just knowing what's right and what's wrong. And with Jacob, he was just there to just throw holy water, there to just clear bodies whenever she killed somebody. And I felt like he started off strong in the beginning, but towards the middle and especially towards the end, he was just there to be there. I felt like if the movie was just about Jacob's wife, if she would have just had a divorce with him and then she just ended up just doing her own thing, and then she gets bit by a vampire, I thought that would have been a pretty damn better movie. But again, I like the creativity of the film. I thought that by that being about a vampiristic person marrying a Christian, I thought that was well done. But sometimes creativity doesn't do good on screen. Sometimes it may do good on a book, on a novel, or maybe sometimes in a series. This should have been a series, honestly. I feel like by all this going on into a movie, I think that this being wrapped up in the way it should have been wrapped up would have been better if it was like a 2-season show, in my opinion, because the ending of this was a little, I didn't like the way it ended. It was just bam, and that's it. And I'm like, no, you can't start off strong and then you have the middle full of suspense and then the ending is just like that. Like, no, like, well, you know, to be honest with you, horror thriller films suffer this aspect, but that doesn't make it good. At the end of the day, it's like I mentioned, if you're going to watch a film that has horror, has thriller, and has vampires, and if you want to be satisfied with the gore, horror elements to it, I don't think Jacob's wife will be your thing. But for those who love Twilight, for those who love the vampiristic aspects of what would happen if a married couple end up falling in love with vampires, and you want to see how that lives out, then watch this. This is Twilight, in my opinion. This is Twilight, but with no werewolves, few body counts, and just a counterbalance of a female trying to condone her powers because she's in love with her husband, and at the same time going behind his back and committing sins. Picture Twilight, but wait a minute. Isn't a guy from Twilight named Jacob? It is, isn't it? Holy crap! Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to give this a C-. Wow. I'm just now figuring this out. What I was gonna say is that I pictured Jacob from Twilight, and I have to say Twilight Jacob now, but picture Jacob from Twilight. It could be his name, all right, but he's not a vampire. Instead, Bella becomes a vampire, and Jacob is a Christian. That is basically what Jacob's wife is. But instead, they made like they made like a few Twilight movies, right? But yeah, the reason why I gave it a C- is because even though I enjoyed it, it caught me off guard. I don't like when movies do this. If it catches me off guard, it's for a good purpose, as long as it stays on point of what the film is supposed to be. When you take a movie and you show a trailer of what the movie may be about, that movie Obsessed, where Idris Elba did the same thing. We all thought that he was cheating on Beyonce because they showed it in a trailer, and we all want to watch it just so Beyonce can get back at him. But apparently, he wasn't being he was not cheating on her. He was being molested. But Jacob's wife is like that. A lot of films do this, where they want to fool the people thinking that it's something like this, but then that's when the audience is at risk. That's when us liking it is at risk. Are they gonna like it if it's about something else? In my case, I still liked it because it's creatively done, but it's not creatively executed. But for most people that watch this film, I don't think so. I'm ending off by saying this. You may not like the film, but just try to understand what the film is about while watching it. But anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for more upcoming reviews and videos headed your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher, and you guys have a damn good day.